All right, let me fix my shirt. Bra strap. I just made it from outside, so I'm going to do this quick live stream, right? Quick live stream. You know, for some reason, credit cards really get a bad rep. I never understood why, though. I never understood why, because let me share everything. Share now to my page. Never understood why credit cards have, hello, Kendra, get a bad rep, because most people, yeah, Jesus, everything is good. How's California today? Most people that I know on any professional, or maybe there's any platform doing any videos about the evils of credit cards, right, offer some type of affiliate program or product or service for you to purchase. And 9 times out of 10, they will accept your credit card payment. So I never understood the credit card bashing. So it's 3 things I'm going to cover in this live stream. So as you all are coming in, hello, drop your city and state, whether you are live or watching the replay, right? And we will get into the topic of discussion of 3 reasons why credit cards are great, in my Tony the Tiger voice. Student loans debt is evil, and why is not the time to fix your own credit, right? Hello, Giovanna, I think. All right, Houston, Texas in the house. Beaumont, Texas is in the house. I know California is in the house because Jesus is in, as you all are coming in. So I'm going to, and unfortunately, Facebook, you can only listen to this, but I'm going to share this with my YouTube audience. And another announcement, YouTube, my channel is doing really, really well on YouTube. Let me share this. South Carolina's in the house. Yes, credit is money. Detroit is in the house. What's up, Detroit, Cleveland? And for all the people that watch my replay, my hometown guys coming in, for all the people that watch my replay and say, hey, you know, you don't get straight to the point. You give shout outs. You tell people to like and share. I sure do. This is live stream. This is interactive. And I acknowledge the people that's coming in. Miami, Florida is in the house as well. Hello. Thank you so much for the digital love. Even Houston, Texas in the house, right? Because I like to say hello to my audience. Watts, California, and Maryland. And I'm also humbled that so many people from across the 50 states and even out of states tune in to my channel, right? I think I've been doing YouTube for maybe 2 years. Houston, Texas on Facebook, and Durham, North Carolina. So Facebook, hello, Donald Harris coming in. Facebook, make sure you all listen in. St. Helena, South Carolina, right? Hello, Black Cash. I love that name, Black Cash. What's up? Let me let my hair down. I've been outside. It's been a low temperature but humid day in Mississippi, and I've been taking care of some things with my house. So let me let my hair down. Loving the accent, Chica. Yes, this is Mississippi. Orlando, Florida is in the house. Bronx, New York from Black Cash, right? Yes, you did. You finally caught a live stream. So I want you all to listen in. First, we're going to discuss, and Maryland is in the house for Facebook. So I always show my family love, I always ask you all to show digital love and like and share and try to acknowledge everyone that I can. So if you're watching this on the replay and that bothered you, then oh well. Maybe if you would have caught it live, you would have been more engaged and intrigued, right? So let me let you listen to this on my this video about can anyone fix their credit? So again, Facebook, you're going to have to listen in. You won't be able to see it. So just listen, Facebook. And I'm going to have it as loud as I can.
Anybody got any questions so far on the Financial Edge membership? My brand new people who are seeing this for the first time. Any questions? I'll move on to the money. Not QFDs that are in the business, just brand new first-time observers.
Yeah, I have a question for you.
How you doing, sir?
You was talking about, oh, great. My name is Marcus, by the way.
Hey, Marcus.
You was talking about the credit reports. I don't know. I'm not quite sure if everyone is aware of that. I don't have to give you $119 a month. I could do that free of charge. All you have to do is write a letter to all 3 credit bureaus, and whatever you have in dispute on your credit report, that's why we should look at our credit report at least semi-annually or annually, so that you can see the deficiencies or or should I say the incorrect codes on your credit report. Like I said, I'm not knocking what you're doing. What I'm just saying is just educate everyone on that. All the thing I need to do is take a letter. So if it's TransUnion, Equifax, whoever it is, you just write a letter to them and say, hey, look, this information here on my credit report is inaccurate, or I paid this this bill back in 2012. They by law, they have to come back to you and give you an answer. Just like the young man, I want to say out there in California, he was talking about it as well. I don't have to wait for these I think he called it some type of credit repair stuff. You don't have to give folks the money to do that. It's by law. All you need to do is pull your credit reports and then you submit the letter to them. Yes, you have to wait approximately 30 days to have that information removed from your credit report. If it's not removed from your credit report, by law, they have to come back and tell you the reason why.
That's correct.
I just want people to understand that. But as I said, it's part of your program. We're just not understanding. But I understand that. I understand the financial side of the house, how you do it well. Yes, that's what we should do. We should be owning properties. We should be owning rental property, these investment properties. So when you come in, sure, I can lease to you my building for $25 a square foot. So I understand, but I just had to say that part so to make sure that we understand that we can do that ourselves without paying someone to provide that service. Like I said, I'm not trying to take away from your program, but I do like what you're saying, so I'm gonna yield back my time.
All right, I appreciate it, man. Yep, he's absolutely positively right. You can do all this by yourself. Let me tell you something. Let me tell everybody something. You can lower your taxes by yourself. You can write the creditors by yourself. You can invest by yourself. You can get out of debt by yourself. You don't need nothing I'm saying for $119. But let me tell you what you do need. You do need a staff of experts to help you, because if most people can do it by themselves, they'll be doing it. Let me tell you what I'm saying. You do need a organization that's helping you stay focused, because if most people can stay focused, they wouldn't have nothing on their reports. You do need to understand the slick stuff that the bureaus do every single month, like change their PO box so they won't get your letter. You do need to understand that most people try to do all this online and you lose your rights when you file online. You do need to understand that professional licensed people for $4 a day, your time is worth more than you trying to do all this by yourself, because time is money. So what I said was, I'd rather make $20,000 a day, $20,000 a month, than be at home writing all these letters to each bureau when they learn the tricks of the trade. So you're right. I can do push-ups by myself. I can eat by myself. I can run by myself. I can jog by myself. I can box by myself. I can do martial arts by myself. I can cycle by myself. I can swim by myself. But there's a reason we hire people to do stuff for us, because most people don't get results by ourselves. And most people don't make the kind of money that a lot of us on this Zoom are making by ourselves. Be part of a team, because your time is more valuable than the $4 a day you will save by yourself. Let's talk about how to make this money.
All right. I want you all to notice this man's demeanor after Brian said what he said. Just look at his demeanor. This is a man making, said, $20,000 a month. Now, I'm going to rewind this video because I did comment on it. I'm going to see if I can pull my comments. And this is what 98% of the population believe. Everything that this man just said. But Brian was very nice to him, because I would have, through the Fair Credit Reporting Act laws on him, just see if he's able to regurgitate those laws back to me. While he's stating by law, didn't regurgitate one law. Didn't say according to. See, when you go to court, or when you are representing yourself, saying I have rights and I have laws, if you do not know what those laws are, you will not get results. Just saying by law is not going to get it with the Fair Credit Report, with the credit agencies, if you don't know what those Fair Credit Reporting Act laws is. So let me rewind this.
2012, they by whoever it is, you just write a letter to them and say, hey, look, this information here on my credit report is inaccurate, or I paid this this bill back in 2012. All
right, first of all, a bill paid in 2012 and 2020 should no reason be disputed. It is not even calculated at this point in your credit score, and 7 years, if it's negative or derogatory, it would have fallen out by now, right? Because only negative information remain up to 7 years, unless it's a bankruptcy, and that's 10 years for bankruptcy. That's number one.
They, by law, they have to come back to you and give you an answer. Just like the young man, I want to say out there in California,
what law? See, when people come on and comment and say, yeah, you had a right, you can, dispute your own credit, and they can't regurgitate the Fair Credit Reporting Act laws, contents start from number 601 to 629. And between all of those are so many laws, unless I just have a day, I want to take time to count them. So you can't write the credit agencies and state by law. You know how many people write template letters to the credit agencies and do not have one law included in that letter from the Fair Credit Reporting Act? That's why you're not getting results.
He was talking about it as well. I don't have to wait for these I think he called it some type of credit repair stuff. You don't have to give folks the money to do that. It's by law. All you need to do is pull your credit reports, and then you submit the letter to them. Yes, you have to wait approximately 30 days to have that information removed from your credit report. If it's not removed from your credit report, by law, they have to come back and tell you the reason why.
No, they don't. I tell you, if you ever try to dispute your own credit, the credit agencies will write you back and inform you this account is accurate. We have verified this account and it is accurate. And period. That's all they'll tell you. And if you don't know how to combat that, if you don't know how to respond to that in a legal manner, so it's all about the language, the law, and the letter, right?
That's correct.
I just want people to understand that. But I said, it's part of your program. We're just not.
So this is what the mass majority of the population, people who have never fixed their own credit, right? They state, they say, or they believe. Let me readjust this. I wanted Facebook to see it. Excuse me. So I had to just flip my iPad for my Facebook fans that's on as well. And this is why you don't get results, right? This is why you do not get results by trying to fix your own credit. And I did a video, what's today? Wednesday, I think Monday, explaining that the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the 609 letter that's widely known and widely used, does not ask the credit agencies, is not in that 609 law, to validate, right, or to give you physical documentation bearing or with your signature. Someone made a comment on one of my videos that if the credit card companies do not produce the promissory note. Now, I don't know if it has been a long time since this person applied for a credit card. You do not sign a promissory note when you apply for a credit card. No promissory note for credit cards. No signature required. What you do is you fill out an application online now, most of the time. And at the end, you click box and you put in your address, your social, your income, and you select boxes at the end of it saying, I agree to the terms and agreement. And that's how you apply for credit cards. It's nothing requiring your signature. So when you have a late payment reporting on a credit card account, or you have a credit card that has now went into charge-off status, why would you write the credit agencies wanting documentation with your signature for a charge-off or a credit card or a late payment on a credit card in which you never provided a signature to get the account with initially in the first place? There are only 3 documents, 3 types of accounts reporting to your credit report that you will have some type of signature involved. Number 1, student loans, whether it be a signature, wet ink signature, and usually when business is conducted, you sign in blue ink. So if you can tell this is the original document. Then it's a vehicle. So if you have a repossession or a vehicle note reporting, and last but not least, your rent agreement and or mortgage. Now, I want you all, whether you're watching this live or the replay, to answer this for me. What does your signature have to do with how the account is reporting in the first place? Unless you are a victim of identity theft and the account reporting is not yours. Because how difficult, how hard would it be for the original creditor in which you sign for that vehicle, you sign for that bank, that mortgage agreement, or that rental agreement, your student loans, your e-signature? How hard would it be for them to produce your original signature? So why are you asking for it in the first place? Because they certainly can't give it to you within the drop of a hat. Because those 3 accounts comes with collateral. They will not lose your signature on a mortgage. They will not lose the paperwork that requires your signature. You default on that mortgage, you are in foreclosure. That paperwork is kept to the T. They will repossess your house and have the document paperwork showing that you breached the agreement to repay on the terms of that loan for your home. Your vehicle, they will repossess that vehicle and have the documentation that you signed and you breached the agreement. your student loans. And let me show you why student loans are evil. Facebook, I'm going to ask you all to do me a favor. I have some people watching live on Facebook, but because I want you all to see everything I'm showing, go to my YouTube channel because I'm able to share the screen there to finish the remaining of this video, right? So just hop on, type in Queen of Credit, and you'll find me on YouTube, right? Now, let me show you all why credit card debt is evil. And I'm going to give you student loan. Don't want to say credit card debt is evil. It's not evil at all. It depends on how you use it. But it doesn't even matter how you use credit cards. It's still not evil. You can hurt yourself using credit card. You can help yourself. You can buy things with credit cards that appreciate in value, or you can buy things with credit cards that depreciate in value. That's up to your discrepancy and your decision, right? So I'm going to go ahead before I show you the articles about student loan debt and want to show you why student loan debt is evil. And credit card debt, in my Tony the Tiger voice, are great, right? Hello, Nashville, Tennessee, checking in. And the Phoenix 33. So 3 reasons. I may give you more than 3. Depends on how I'm feeling. Because I'm tired of the credit card bashing. Again, people would tell you, cut up your credit cards. Credit cards are evil. But if you want to buy their products and services, they don't think they're so evil that they say, look, I'm so dedicated to my belief system that credit cards are evil, that I will not accept the credit card payment from you to purchase my product and or services, right? None of the people that are telling you credit cards are evil will ever tell you that when you go to their website and enter in payment information, it will not say your payment is declined because you are using a credit card. And I am so as my friend girl and I say in Mississippi, 10 toes down. I'm so 10 toes down against credit card that I'm not going to accept that as a payment. That's how firm my belief is that credit cards are evil. They won't tell you that. Jesus says amortization loan that cannot be written off in bankruptcy. That's student loans. That's one reason why student loans are evil and credit cards are great, because student loan debt cannot be written off in bankruptcy. I don't know if you all know, but during the 2008 Obama administration, they made all student loans federal, where there used to be private institutions, Wells Fargo banks used to issue private student loans, private institutions, banks that would give private student loans. But the Obama administration, 2008, said, no, we're making all student loans now federal. So what does that mean? The federal government is not going to allow, right, a government organization to cancel out their debt. They said house divided against itself cannot stand. The Bible, #1 best-selling book on prosperity. That's the way the government feels. We're not going to allow you to go to our governmental court systems and eradicate your debt, because now your debt is we're the one issuing it to you, right? That's #1 reason. I'm glad you paid off student loan debt last year too, K-Love. #1 reason why student loan debt is evil. I'm going to show you some more reasons. So that's one reason why credit cards are great. It's unsecured debt. Unsecured, meaning that is no collateral attached to it. Even if you abuse it and misuse it, which I highly do not recommend, but there's no collateral. They can't repossess it like a vehicle or a home, right? No collateral attached. Unsecured debt. It is revolving, meaning that you can use it, and once you pay it down, it is there to continually use again. How many reasons is that? Unsecured. You can include it in bankruptcy if need be. It's revolving. That's 3, meaning that if you use it, you can recycle and use it again, right? This is just 3. Hold on 1 second. Hey, stay by your phone. I'm live, but I want to talk to you. So give me 5-10 minutes. Okay. All right. I think there was 3 or 4 before I got that phone call. All right. I'm going to say 4. My 4th reason. You can get them at dirt cheap. 0%, up to a year. Look, this is my offers. See, my name. I put my address out. The cheapest interest rate, I think that's 4. Right. Let's say 5. I thought I said I was gonna give you 3, but I'm gonna give you 5 because that's just how good I'm feeling about credit cards. I'm gonna hide over my address. You can make them liquid. See, my name is on there. I'm just putting my finger on my address, meaning that you can have balance transfer, use checks, pay it in order to yourself. Write your name here. Pay in order to. Take it to your local, whoever you bank with, and cash it, and it becomes cash. Meaning credit cards can be liquidity. So, for some of the people that want to come to my channel and say, well, I'm paying off on my credit card debt. That's fine. But I pity you. Or as I heard someone on the live stream say last night, I pity the fool because you can take something invisible out of the thin air and make it an asset like cash and then invest it. Whether you want to take that money and invest in Robinhood and trade in stocks or real estate. I had a $25,000 line of credit. I converted it to cash and I went half on my condo. I did half cash and half credit with credit cards. And so when you use credit cards for asset, it's a great cash flowing tool. It's a great cash flowing tool, right? So someone says, I've never had student loan, but I had credit card debt. Fixing it. Okay. That was 3. Someone said, I think I gave out 3 or 5. Now, when is credit card, they're probably bad when you go out and you buy things that depreciate with it, like vacations. But there's ways even when you go on vacations, if you're in the home-based business with me, it can be a tax write-off. So you can vacation and get your money back from vacation as well. Oh, let me give you another one. I think that's 6 or 7. Credit cards are a great source of passive income because when you use them, if you have cash back rewards, you get cash back. That's passive income from just using your credit card like you would a debit card. Answer this for me, whether you're watching this live or on the replay. How much does your debit card pay you back for using it? Dave said people use credit card to ball out, buy things out of emotions and for emergency. Well, let me tell you now, Dave, people are using them for emergencies only. Hold on 1 second. Hey, can I call you back? I'm live right now, but I'm going to call you back. Okay, hop on my live stream then. But I'm going to text you and then you can call me back. All right. See, I'm missing out my calls for you all. So, maybe they do. But let me tell you something, Dave. More and more people are going to start using them for emergencies now. I'm in Mississippi, right? I just saw it. Now, mind you, it was a convenience store. It was a gas station. But they had on the marquee 1 gallon of milk for $3.99. If you're not using cashback credit cards right now, how are you going to make it with gas and grocery prices, and which is also called inflation? Meaning the prices on our everyday products are doubling and tripling in cost. Right? So I love the benefits of credit cards. I love them. And how do you convert your credit to cash? Martin, I just kind of answered that. Know what credit cards offer you what benefits, right? There are benefits in using them. This is a PenFed. I have PenFed. I have Citi cards. I have Chase. All of them offer 0% balance transfer, and they will give you balance transfer checks. You take this check, you pay it in order to yourself, sign it yourself, and you deposit it into whatever institution that you do banking with, and voila, cash from plastic, from credit. Cash. Right, $3.99. Let me get a cow or make almond milk. I'm from Mississippi, honey. I'm going to have to get a cow or something. Oh, and I forgot about this one. Thank you, Lolo. This might be the 8 reasons why credit cards are great. You can use them for velocity banking, meaning credit cards, unlike student loans, have simple interest, meaning that if you don't pay off that balance at the end of the month, it doesn't occur interest daily. It occurs interest on whatever the balance amount at the end of the month that's remaining. Meaning that if you pay off a credit card in full at the end of the month, no matter what the interest rate that you have, you might not have a 0% interest rate. You might have a 5 or 6% interest rate or 9%. Does not matter. You pay that balance off in full. At the end, I prefer not by the statement date or the due date, but by the reporting date, the date that the credit card creditors report to the credit agencies, because that will help you maintain and keep a high credit score. So, and if you don't know what the statement reporting date is, get a free account with Credit Karma, and it will show you the reporting date of your credit cards, all your credit cards, not what you get in the mail, not the due date, the dates that they report to the credit agencies. That will be different than the due date. That will help you maintain over a 720 credit score. I have a 816, I think right now, FICO. Because when it reports to credit agency, it will show a 0 balance, right? Some people say, maybe keep $3 or $4 on there just to, give you a higher credit score. I pay it off. No interest. So this is how velocity banking works. Because credit cards have simple interest, but your mortgages and student loans have amortization interest, which means it doesn't matter how much you pay on that at the end of the month. Every day that it exists, you are going to get interest charged. And I did some old videos about velocity banking, right? So what you could do for the people that's debt free and all you have is a mortgage, you can do this. You can play this game. Let's learn the credit and cash flow game, right? We playing chess and not checkers here. So whether you're watching this live in a replay, I want you to put that in the comment, chess and not checkers, right? Hashtag chess, not checkers. Hashtag chess, not checkers. You can say, Queen, I don't have any vehicle debt, which I don't. All my vehicles are free. I just pay for maintenance. The only thing I have is my mortgage. I don't have student loan debt. And I have good credit, and I have good credit cards. They do give me balance transfer offers and balance transfer checks. So what you would do, thank you, Felicia. what you would do is, and I'm not giving financial advice, I'm just teaching you the game, right? Take the simple interest, attack the daily interest, the amortization interest. Cash it out, take that lump sum, whether it's 5,000, right? 10,000. Let's say it's 5,000, 0% for up to 18 months. Call your mortgage, whether it's a bank or a broker, right? And say, I want to apply this $5,000 towards my principal of my mortgage. You have to tell them the principal, because if not, they'll apply towards the interest and you're not attacking the cancer, the core of that mortgage. Not only will your monthly mortgage payments drop, but you would save thousands of dollars in interest, because now they can't charge daily interest on the principal, the core of their loan. So that's, a whole other teaching for a whole nother day. I'm getting so many text messages and things right now. But yeah, it's so much power in credit. I just get passionate about it. I love credit. That's just that much. And I have to tell people, credit and debt is not the same. Once you use credit the correct way, you can create cash flow. You can create so much cash flow in your life, right? You can use credit to get assets. So let's talk about and so why aren't these people telling you to pay off these student loans debt? Right? Yeah, you're concerned about student loan debt the minute you walk across the stage. You know why they're not preaching and teaching you about student loan debt? Because it's a religious belief that go to school, go to college, get a degree, get a good job. It's antiquated, outdated, religious-fied advice. They never teach you that you can make money without a job. They never teach you the different forms of income. They put this in your mind from pre-K to kindergarten, right? And I'm not against college, but that's why student loan debt is not talked about as much and attacked as much as credit card debt. Now, for my people that's coming in live right now, this is what I want you to do. Make sure that you watch the replay, because at the beginning of this video, I really broke down. I showed a video of a man making his, and if you didn't know the game, you would have thought that the argument was very, very on point, precise. Oh man, his argument about anybody can fix their own credit. He knows what he's talking about. Like a lot of people that come to you and or they make the argument that anybody can fix their own credit, and they sound very educated, right? And you're believing what they're saying, until you find out that they haven't given you one law. All they're saying is by law, by law, by law. So I may play that video again at the end so you all can see that. But let me share this article with you all about student loan debt, why it's evil. So let me see if it's sharing. And what part? And you know what? It's a reason why they don't teach you credit in school, right? It's a reason why they don't want you to learn the game. It's a reason why through all the 12 or 14 years or 16 years, you don't know anything about credit. No one has ever even suggested to you to use your credit to invest. So let me pull up this screen again. No one have ever even suggested that, use credit to create more cash flow. So let's look at this. And student loan debt also is causing so many people credit scores to drop right now. So many people credit scores to drop right now. Nail subsidiarities mistake leads to plunging credit scores. Plunging credit scores. Now, this is June 15, 2020. Now, remember I told you all that in the next couple of weeks, at the end of June, beginning of July, where's my article? It's not showing the article. Okay, answer this quick question. Will my child go back to school next couple months? Let me see, will it show the article then? All right, I guess it will. Want me to answer that question? All right, good. Wanted me to answer that question. Survey. So Jeremiah Harrington struggled for nearly a year to drive his credit score up from his grim 527 to pretty good 682. Then in a matter of days, his score unexpectedly tumbled by 91 points in May. What's worse, he apparently didn't do anything wrong to drive the score back below 600. He simply was caught in a COVID-19 related glitch connected to some student loans. I had never, ever been close to 700, said Harrington, who's 38 years old, who lives in Flint, Michigan. You all pray for Flint, Michigan, right? Harrington, who works as a choreographer at a civil engineering company, wonder just how long it would take to see his score regain loss. But the good news is that a fix apparently may be in the works, but his score, as he saw his score go up somewhat around June 7th. Listen at this. Nearly 5 million student loan borrowers were harmed by an unusual, quote unquote, unusual mistake that was triggered after new rules offered debt relief during COVID-19 crisis, according to Consumer Watchdog. Student loan servicer Great Lakes Education Loan Services allegedly mishandled reporting student loan status and provided inaccurate information about millions of student loan borrowers to Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, which reported that wrong information to third parties such as Credit Karma advocates for borrowers. And this is not, I have another article for you. This is not the only one. So if you want to talk about something deadly, you know, you need to get off credit cards and get on the student loans. I promise you, you do. And if you have credit cards, people, start using them for the ways that I said at the beginning of this video. Start using your credit cards to get assets, people, and not liabilities. And I tell people all the time, if you want to know, okay, I got you on that one. Work for home link, I got you. If you want to know if you are using your credit card for an asset or a liability, then have a yard sale and see how much money you can get from the products that you purchase with a credit card. And if you can't get more for than what you paid in or what you swiped that credit card for, then that's a liability and it wasn't the best decision to use for that credit card. Now, if you're using your credit cards right now for essential everyday living, groceries, maybe to help, there are some bills that accept credit cards, some mortgages, right, that accept credit card payments, then that's a great way to use a credit card. If you're using it to invest and to bring in items or to bring it in, or to start a home-based business, or to, I don't know, anything that's going to bring you more cash flow. A financial education is investment, but right, to fix your credit, right? Lawsuit, student loan company, Great Lakes errors causes widespread, again, of credit score drops. Millions of people across the country were given a break from paying off their student loan during the COVID-19 pandemic, but many of those people have seen their credit scores drop. According to a class action lawsuit, the government suspended federal student loan payments for 6 months with no interest and no penalties. But there's one loan company that has been accused of making a mistake, and borrowers claim they are seeing the effects of that mistake in their credit score. Joanne Stoll says she was stunned when she saw her Equifax score drop by 44 points and her TransUnion score by 60 points. And I'm glad she had some type of credit monitoring, right? Sounds like Credit Karma because it only talks about Equifax and TransUnion. She says she got an alert that the drop was due to a recent student loan deferment. I was shocked, and that something was supposed to help someone, help us financially, will actually cause your credit score to drop, she said. So, that's why I come on. People, if you don't have any type of credit monitoring services, and this is my home-based business, I put that link in the comments for the person that asked for me. If you do not have some type, at least have Credit Karma, it's free, because this can be happening to you and you're not aware. You're not aware. This can be your, and then I don't want it to hit you when you need it the most, of you not knowing that your credit score has dropped. All right, it's kind of long, but that's the home-based business link. Right. Marla says that may be what happened to her the other day. I named one of the company. Right, that did it to you. So that's the evil, I think. I think student loans can do a lot of help, a lot of good. I mean, not, but credit cards, a lot of help and a lot of good. If you use it, it's just like a gun, people. You can use a gun to protect you, to help you, or you can reverse it for what it's used for, and it can damage you. And not only can a gun protect you, but you can use it to hunt and game, to feed you, to protect you and your family, or you can use it in the wrong way and you can commit homicide or suicide, right? Marla said Marla, so I hope you are getting that situation handled, Marla. So her credit score dropped 65 points. Wow, Marla. Right. Jesus said, feed yourself. Right. Same thing with credit cards. Stop thinking credit cards are evil. Just start using them in a good, productive way. Right. So, Natural says, have I created? No, I have not created a curriculum. I will be writing a book. In the process now of getting a software system. I'm investing in it. And guess what I'm paying with it, Marla? Natural Beauty 92 with my credit card. It's going to cost me thousands of dollars, but I'm using my credit card. And I finally found a software developer to help me have quicker results with credit, right? With the people that I consult with. And I'm getting that trademark and personalized for me. And then once that's done, my month of July, I'm going to focus on at least putting a book out there. But I need you all to do this for me, whether you're watching the live and the replay, right? I need you to do this for me. I want you to help me with a title for the book, right? All right. The idea, the concept is going to be credit and debt is not the same. Mr. Mentor, he follows me sometimes. He's already given me a name for credit cards. He told me no longer refer to them as credit cards, but refer to them as leverage cards, right? So we call them leverage cards now, but I really do need a title for the book. Credit versus debt. I think that's too simple. I want a very catchphrase name. And so whether you all are watching this live or on the replay, if you can give me some type of book titles, but I really want to teach the people the difference between credit and debt, right? I really want to teach them the difference. And my core belief where this comes from, that it is a difference, is the #1 best-selling book on prosperity, and it's called The Bible, and it's from 2 Kings chapter 4. That lady husband had died, right? Her husband had died, and they were in bad debt. They were in bad debt. They were in debt. And her sons were going to be sold to the slave masters in which they owed as a result. Right? She didn't have any form of income. So she went to Elijah, the prophet, and said, look, my husband have served you all these years and he's dead, but the family is left in so much debt. And He said, well, I want you to go borrow, right? You're telling somebody in debt to borrow? You're telling me that the servant is slave to the servant is slave to the lender. You're telling me that in Romans, the Bible said to owe no man nothing but to love him, Romans 13. And that scripture is totally taught wrong. But anyway, we won't have credit church now. What's today, Wednesday? We might as well just say this credit church too. So you're telling me to go borrow and I'm already in debt? So you all just take this as a prophetic voice to you. You're telling me to borrow and I'm in debt and my sons are about to be sold and the one source of income, which was my husband, is dead. And the prophet said, yep, go borrow. See, her and her family. And you know what she did? She did what he told them to do. She went borrow pots. She borrowed pots and they made a home-based business. Another secret to financial prosperity. And instead of her sons working for slave masters, her sons worked with her in the home-based business, right? And they invested, they used their borrowing or they used their credit to create a home-based business. So the product paid off the debt, right? Use credit to pay off the debt. And they say the woman lived rich, happily ever after. Had enough money to retire rich. You all put that hashtag retire. I mean, she retired rich. And so I wanted this to be, real short, but I have some questions. Someone asked, what about hard inquiries? I have a bunch of them about a car. Yeah, and let me say this, Princess Anne, and your profile picture is so beautiful. People, if you can, make sure that you have a relationship, especially now with a credit union, whether it's local or if you have a family member that's a part of Navy Federal, please get a Navy Federal and Penn Fed. Those are the two kings of credit unions, right? Kings and queens. Navy Federal is the king. Penn Fed is the queen. You need, because they're going to give you higher credit cards limits, right? 25,000, 50,000 than any bank will. When I say bank, I'm talking about the credit card banks, American Express, Discover, Bank of America, Chase, right? And if you don't know a family member that's Navy Federal, get your local. Because in time, and you all do understand, we are in a recession, right? In times of recession, credit unions lend because they don't operate under the same terms of a bank. You need a good credit union. And I'm saying this, Princess Anne, the answer to your question, yes, you can get those hard inquiries removed. But whenever you go to a dealership, they will shotgun your inquiries. They'll load you with so many inquiries. I've seen 72 at one time. It's ridiculous. A credit union will not do that, and you'll get the best interest on your vehicle anyway through a credit union. Now, if it was 2 years ago, Princess Anne, those inquiries now should be scheduled to file off this year anyway. So look at your credit report. If it was like 2017, 2018, they only remain for 2 years. So you may be in a position where they will fall off. But if if they're falling off in 2021 and it's something that you're trying to get done or accomplish your purpose with that, then just go to my website and send me a message. Yeah. All right. It's a message option there, and send me a message, www.fixmycreditandcash.com. So let me look at it. Okay, so Jesus told you. Thank you, Jesus, for taking care of that. And she says, I don't have one with 0%. I just joined Navy Fed. Okay, she will see. Thank you. You're welcome, Princess Anne. Okay. Retire Rich. Thank you, Carissa. That's my website. Send me a message. And if you like a credit consultation to assist you further with those, if they're not falling off in 2021, then go to the tab credit analysis, right? Yeah, retired rich. She retired rich, honey, from credit, from borrowing. Craig says, what can I do about a dealership that ran my credit to 20 banks but didn't let me know? You can get those removed. You can get, and dealerships will do that. That's why I say get you a good relationship with the credit union and go to them, because when you're searching for vehicles, they will not shotgun your credit like that. And you'll usually get the lowest interest rate. So same with you. If you need assistance with that, go to my website, www.fixmycreditandcash.com, and get the credit analysis for $75. And I will analyze, look at your credit report, and give you further process and procedure from there, right? But I have to see exactly what inquiries were the one that you did not get approval for, and people just know that the ones you got approved for, you have an account for, you will want those to remain on your credit report, right? Only the ones you did not get approved for and or you did not give permissible purpose to pull your credit. That's another thing that dealerships do. You don't give them permissible purpose, but they pull your credit and they pull out these inquiries, and that's another law under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Under 604 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, that helps people get those inquiries or inquiries, however you want to say it, tomato to tomato, remove. La Yaka, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for supporting me and supporting the channel with that generous gift. All right. Carmisha Stone, Queen of Credit, the way to create a palace of financial freedom, then name the chapter, each chapter in order, the lowest to the highest, order of people of the kingdom to correspond different levels of credit. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that input. Thank you so much. Carmisha Stones, the way to create palace. Oh, got you. It's ideas for my book, people, whether you're watching this live or on the replay. Yeah, give me some title suggestions, please. Ashley, what if I have late payment? Does a goodwill letter work? From my experience, goodwill letters do not work. They have never worked. But some people, and this is where some people get a little confused. They write the company because they've been a good payer on the account, right? And they ask the company to remove a late fee. And the company, if you have been paying, right, will remove a late fee as courtesy, but does not necessarily mean that their late payment is going to be removed from your credit report if they reported it more than if you were more than 30 days late. So I did a video on that one time. Go to my channel, Ashley, and for the people that want to message me or want a credit analysis, want credit help, go to my website, fixmycreditandcash.com. But Ashley, that's why the late payments reporting to your credit report often are not effective with goodwill letters to the company. They will be courteous sometimes of removing a late fee under certain situations, but they won't remove the reporting. To my knowledge, that hasn't worked. And if it has, it's like 1 out of 10 people that's been effective for. So it's not a highly effective way to get that done. So I did do a video. Look on my my channel and search why goodwill letters don't work, because there are actual letters from companies stating that they cannot remove the reporting from your credit report. And late payments are the worst. Let me say that, right? Late payments are the worst because they account for 35% of your credit score. So Martin says balance transfer checks are considered cash advance checks. Not the same, Martin. Cash advance checks will have a higher interest applied to those, right? And usually your cash advance amount will be lesser than what your balance transfer amounts will be. So a cash advance check will often comes with higher interest rate. I never do cash advance checks. I only do balance transfer checks. And with my Citi card account, for example, the balance transfer on my Citi card can be done either by a check, a physical check like this, or just me logging into my account and manually doing it online to my bank account. Give me 1 second. This is my mechanic. I got to take this, you all. Hey, what's up? Well, is one of them working right now? Okay, how much is gonna be? I'm sitting down, so don't give me a high. Okay, how long you gonna be there? Okay, let me see what time my daughter get off and she can drop me off to come get it. All right. What I did last time. Okay, that'll work then. All right, thank you. Did you? I might have to leave you a tip then. Okay. Well, look, I'm doing a live video now, so I'm gonna call you. But thank you so much. John, I'm teaching about credit. Okay, I got you. If you need me to do your credit, I got you. All right. Had to get the BMW with no note. I don't mind paying maintenance, and he gave me a great price too. I had a light little oil leak. Can you all believe he only charged me $60 to fix that, right? God is good all the time. All right, book title. Cash is not king, said the queen. Play chess, not checkers. Miss Harvey, I like that. I like that. All right. Okay, I got it. And you know why cash is not king anymore? Because prices are going up so much. You're fighting inflation and you're fighting taxes that come out of your paycheck, 6.2%. Right? Carissa said majority of people don't understand credit or learn credit until their mid-30s. By then, it's a complete battle. Pretty much virtual online school again as adults. Let me show you all this. I think you're going to like this. How about this? Someone said, Mark said, yeah, tell my mechanic, whoop to do. Thank you so much. I think you ought to like that. Like this. I just saw this on YouTube. Let me tell you why credit is, let me go, where's my history? Credit is going to be for the elite. Credit is going to be for the elite people.
So it means less.
So let me try to rewind this just a little bit. Let me share this. All right, let's listen in.
Small businesses, which typically have fewer financial resources than larger firms. They may be at heightened risk of seeing their former employers shut down and hence experiencing the scarring effects of permanent separations. Or in other words, they're really just saying that small businesses are going to be more likely to go out of business and then all of those employees have nowhere to return back to. But even though lower wage jobs are being affected the most by this, everybody as a whole is likely to see lower wages by them saying economic downturn is putting downward pressure on wages. And even anecdotally, I've seen seen quite a few stories of people with six-figure jobs that were furloughed and then asked to come back to work, but they have to agree to a pay cut. And many of those employees might be best just to go and take the same job as before, but with a lower pay cut, than risk being unemployed and trying to find a job alongside a lot of other people. The report also suggests that the job market could take years until it returns back to normal. So until that happens, I have a feeling we'll start.
All right, so some people are being forced to return back to work with a lower pay. And they're suggesting that the job market could take years to return back to normal. People, if you don't have credit right now, if you don't have what's in your wallet, for nothing more but for emergencies, right? If your credit score is not up right now for just to have this as for emergency in the event, because again, we got prices increasing, but wages are decreasing and hours are decreasing.
To see a higher than normal savings rate, higher unemployment, low inflation until things begin to normalize. Now, the other bad news, depending on how you look at it, is that they found that borrowing conditions are tight for individuals with low credit ratings, but credit remains available to those with strong credit profiles. Now, here's just what that means. If you're someone who already has money, you have a good credit score, and you don't need to borrow money, then you're more likely to get credit because you're...
Let me replay this. I think you all need to hear it from another person, a third voice about credit.
Now, the other bad news, depending on how you look at it, is that they found that borrowing conditions are tight for individuals with low credit rating.
Let me pause that. Borrowing conditions are tight for individuals with low credit ratings, but credit remains available to those with strong credit profiles. People, I've been telling you all since January that FICO 10 is going to come. It's strategically planned, and credit scores will drop, and credit will be a thing that only the elite will have access to. And what's so bad about it, that with the Fed keeping interest rates near zero, is the cheapest it's ever been to get credit. It's so affordable and so cheap right now to get credit.
Ratings, but credit remains available to those with strong credit profiles. Now, here's just what that means. If you're someone who already has money, you have a good credit score, and you don't need to borrow money, then you're more likely to get credit because you're seen as less of a risk to banks. On the other hand, if you don't have money and you don't have a good credit score, then sorry, it's going to be really...
Look at that. If you don't have money and you don't have a good credit score, and this is why I was telling people this is not the time to try to figure out how to fix your own credit. This is not the time. We are in a recession. This is not the time to, throw something at the wall and throw in a letter and you don't even know any of the laws of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And many of what these people are selling you either have the laws of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, but they have them incorrectly. I just did a video Monday about why 609 letters won't work, because people are selling them knowing that that's not what the Fair Credit Reporting Act 609 states. I could really tell you where the theory or the logic of asking for the original creditor to verify come from. If you all stay on, I might really will show you that. And it's not 609 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. I can go right to the Fair Credit Reporting Act and show you the law that states that and how to use it. But it's not 609.
Difficult. Many banks have already become more strict and started tightening up who they end up giving loans to. They've increased the minimum credit score required. They've increased the minimum income you need to be making. They don't want you to have a lot of debt to begin with. This all means less risk to the banks who lend money because they're concerned about issuing loans to people who are then going to stop making payments should something happen. So if you already have money and good credit to begin with, then you're fine. But if you don't, you should really be working to build up your credit score as soon as you possibly can. Get on that today.
Boom. Get on that today. So, and how many followers does he have? Graham Stephan, 2.6 million. Just made this 2 days ago. 300,000 views. Let me make sure I like his video. Thumbs up. Got a little haters with the 609. It must be symbolic that disliked it. Comes with the territory. You can't please everybody, right? You can't please everybody on YouTube. You're going to get the thumbs down. So when doing your deductions for your home-based business, is there a cap amount that you can claim for items? Yes, it is. For example, the cap amount for your children, when you're paying your children who may want to use that money to go make groceries, right, is up to $12,400. Your square footage of your home is up to what is it, 20 square footage that you can use, and other utilities, internet, bills are now deductions. And so what I am working on also is getting a tax specialist on a line to just break that down and teach you all that. And I'm going to show you all something about a home-based business at the end too. All right, so back to the book, Credit Church. Credit Church, name of the book. Okay. Does Navy Federal have balance transfer checks? I've never had them from Navy Federal, not the checks, but Navy Federal does allow balance transfer if you have a personal loan that may have a high interest rate, maybe 6% or 7%. They do have a 0% balance transfer on their Visa Platinum. So I have two Navy Federal $25,000 credit cards. One is the Visa Platinum and the other one is the Visa Signature card. When doing your deduction for home base, okay, I think I answered that. Credit gives you leverage and cash flow. Okay, let me see all these new comments. Okay, she said, wasn't that good? She watched it the other day. And let me show you all this, and let me go pick up my car. This is one of my old videos. A lot of you all asked about home-based business. This is one I did a year ago. And I'm going to share this with you all. This is what caught my attention. I said, oh, this is how people get my phone number. It's on this old video. This video is a year old. And I looked at the titles. I only had 556 views, 556 views. And the title intrigued me. It says, stop paying your credit card bill, rent, or automobile note before you do this. And I said, oh, I need to change that cover. But I'm going to fast forward some things. I don't do this stuff anymore. It was very dangerous. Good morning. Well, I do still drive sometime and make videos. But it was actually raining this day. And I'm driving and make a video. But, this is how much I love you all. So I'm going to get to the point because I'm doing what I always do on here, telling people hello, showing them digital love. But I said a whole lot of stuff in here that I actually forgot about. That was really good. It was good to me. So I'm going to share this with you all about home-based business.
So much. And so how do you use your home now and you flip it and you make your home now more of an asset than a liability to you, where you're just not, or your whatever you're renting, where it's just not a liability, but now it comes an asset. Did you know that the government will allow you to not only write off certain square footage of your home to conduct your home-based business in, but your utility costs, portion of that, your maintenance, the insurance you're paying, all of these now become business tax deductions, right? Your internet, your cell phone payments, things that you're doing, your everyday lifestyle. Now, because you tap into this knowledge, you begin to write off your lifestyle. Now, I'm in my vehicle now, and let's say if I had a stack of $1 bills on my passenger seat, right? And for every 2 miles on my odometer, I roll my window down on the passenger side, I would throw out a $1 bill for every 2 miles that I drive. When it gets to 2 miles, I throw out a $1 bill. 4 miles, I throw out a $1 bill. That's what you do every day if you're just an employee and you're not taking advantage of writing out. Many people do at least on a minimum 8,000 to 10,000 miles of business miles on their vehicles every year. That because they're only an employee, they're not tapping into home-based business incentive program that I am tapped into, you don't get to write their lifestyle out, right? Now, let's look at giving your children money or allowances. My daughter is now 19. But if you have a home-based business, beginning at the age of 6, you can pay your child to work with you in their business. And because they are a minor, they're under the age of 18, the money that they receive from that pay is tax-free. It's tax-free. And so you want to know how to put more money to your purse, your pocket, to power up your paycheck, to build your banking account.
Hey, I really did like that when I listened to it today. I said, your purse or your pocket. I like that alliteration, to power up your paycheck. So, and yeah, that's my car. That was a good price on my BMW today. That's it. I'm going to pick her up in a few.
You need a home-based business. You can, when you go on trips, business trip, and let's say you want to spend some extra time with your family that may be in the area or in location on this business trip. Now, a portion of that trip, it used to be entertainment and meals, but they just recently changed it, can be used for a tax deduction. You're putting mileage on your vehicle or your flight or paying for travel anyway. So tap into this system. Now, what most people that don't have knowledge, a lot of people sometimes say that education is expensive. It's expensive. Well, let me tell you, the home-based business that I'm in, it's $9 a week to get these tax incentives. $9 a week.
All right, so I'm going to put the link. If you all want to watch the rest of that video, come on and watch it because it's only 500 views. I did this a year ago, but I spit a lot of game. At the end, I talked about Sandy Botkins and Ron Mueller, the kings of home-based business. And let me tell you, 2 queens of home-based businesses that you all also need to follow on YouTube, the queens of home-based businesses. And this is the link to that video. Sandy Botkins, you all need to follow him. Find his home-based business things on YouTube. Let me see. Is it Ron Mueller or Rob Mueller? Let me see. Let me find it. I want to get his name right. And then I'm gonna go back to answering questions. But because I'm telling you all this to say this. Yeah. Let me see. Where's his video? This is one of his quick videos. I'll share this with you real quick.
Taxes are keeping your pockets empty, and you may not even be conscious of it. In fact, do you know how much you're currently paying in taxes? Most people don't. Well, here's how you can get an idea. Think about your household budget. What are your biggest expenses when you sit down at your kitchen table to pay your bills every month? For most people, those biggest expenses are your housing costs, food, transportation, and healthcare. Each one of those is a large expense, and when you add them together, it makes up a vast majority of most people's budget. But guess what? Taxes are costing you more than your housing and your food, plus transportation and your health care, all combined. Taxes are costing you a fortune. In fact, by far the biggest expense for your household is actually taxes. That's why your pockets may always seem to be empty. The good news is that you can do something about that, though. The biggest of all tax breaks in America belong to those of us who run a home-based business. Why is that? Because the more home-based businesses in America, the more stable our economy. So to encourage the growth of home-based businesses, Congress has approved some huge tax deductions specifically and only for home-based business owners. How much can you save in taxes? Well, for the average employed American taxpayer, home-based business tax deductions alone, in most cases, can slash your taxes by 30%, 40%, even 50%. Yes, the home business tax deductions.
All right, so I'm going to put the link in here. You all can finish watching that. So that YouTube link is really good. Dr. Ron Mueller. I think I spelled his name wrong. It's a E after that U. And God, I know Dr. Lynn Richardson. Let me find her real quick. And how to stick it to the IRS. Sherry Peel Jackson. Those are the queens of deductions when it comes to, you all need to follow those people. I'm telling you, with our how to stick it to, then I'm gonna go back to answering credit questions. But I have to let you all know what's going on and where your money is going. Because a lot of times people talk about cash flow in terms of, and Sherry Jacks, cash flow in terms of just doing something to get more money. But they don't understand cash flow is trifold. It's not just doing things to get more money, it's keeping more money that you make, and it's getting back money that you spend. Right? I'm gonna say that again. You spend monies on utilities, cell phone, mileage, maintenance on my vehicle that I'm going to get some business tax deductions. Paying your kids instead of giving them money, or spending money on groceries, but you pay them to work in the home-based business and they buy the groceries and you get up to $12,000 back of that. So you also, Sherry Peel Jackson, I'm telling you, her and Dr. Lynn Richardson, if you all don't know this, you will always be living paycheck to paycheck, or as Dr. Lynn Richardson states, paychecks to Monday, meaning you get paid Friday and by Monday you're already broke.
Hi.
Or as some people say, that paycheck is already spent.
And I'm the author of How to Stick It to the IRS, with the subtitle Confessions from a Former Insider. As a retired certified public accountant and certified fraud examiner, and a former IRS agent, I've seen thousands of financial disasters occur at the hands of IRS agents and auditors. I've seen other people and organizations that have been attacked by the IRS and stand their ground and even win their IRS audits. All of the financial success stories have a few things in common, namely, the successful ones were able to escape the IRS clutches by way of sound defensive strategies during the audit. Most people are afraid of the IRS, and they comply totally with each and every demand given to them without researching to find out if they're required to do so or not. Many just hand over all of their materials, books, and records, unknowingly at the same time handing over all of their rights. These people are, in many cases, innocent victims of a system gone rogue. They feel as though there's a better way, but they don't know how or what to do. For this reason, many end up losing their homes, businesses, and sometimes even their lives through physical breakdown or suicide.
All right, so she was a whistleblower initially about even if taxes paying are legit, but then she just said, look, I'm going to teach you our legal way to get more money out of your paycheck. People have received $200 to $400 more out of their paychecks, right? And let me see, what's this question? And they're able to get more money back or pay less back in taxes legally. All right, Merle says, let me get to my questions. I was wondering what's the best time to start disputing if the charge off is 5 years old. That charge off will remain on your credit report for 7 years. However, if it's 5 years old, it's no longer hurting or harming your credit score. So I would not dispute it. Let that zombie account stay zombie. Don't poke a sleeping bear. It's not even factoring in or hurting your FICO score. So I'm sorry it took me a while to answer that, but that's your answer, huh? If you understand the tax game, you don't have to worry about the IRS. If you understand the credit game, you don't have to worry about the banks. Jesus, and if you understand the credit game, you don't have to worry about cash flow. I may make that name of my book. If you understand the credit game, you don't have to worry about cash flow. You don't, nor do you have to worry about debt. If you understand the credit game, you don't have to worry about cash flow and you don't have to fear debt. Let me say that again. if you understand the credit game, you don't have to worry about cash flow and you don't have to fear debt. All right. Another question. I want to be a signing agent. Is that considered a home-based business? Living below, I don't know what a signing agent is. Did I see your steering wheels on the right? Yes, I'm in the United States. Maybe that was just the camera angle. So, yeah. Ron Jesus says I'm British. I'm Mississippi British, Jesus. Ronald Jesus is just playing with you. Okay, thank you so much, Jesus. It says, love that title. All right, I gotta go pick up. What did I just say, you all? Put the title in because I forgot. I forgot what I just said. Put it in, Jesus. Type it in for me because I really forgot because I'm just talking impromptu. You all type that title in for me. I might have to go back and watch my own video again. Bless says, teach me the credit game. Okay. What do you think about whole life policy to get cash flow? I'm not against it. I'm not really for it because I think the interest on that is like 4 or 5%. But if you pull the money out, or to get a loan, you become your own banker. I think it's like 6% on the loan that you get. But for some type of way in the long run, I tell people to first max out as much as you can with liability insurance. That's the cheapest insurance. And then once you get some assets, once you use your credit to create assets, right? Then whole life may be a loan in the, when your cash flow is stacked or stacking, and then that might be a good investment for you. But max out as much as you can on and get it as long as term life, as much as you can, how long as you can, right? And another thing on term life is also Navy Fed offers some real good term life insurance premium prices as well, right? Hello from Orlando. You all please type that title in. If not, I just go back and watch the video. Hello, Norma, because I forgot what I just said. Can I remove a charge off an account that says paid in full from 2017? It is hurting my credit score because it went to collections. 2017, they sold it to collections. Yes, that can be removed, especially from collection, because at this point, it's a third party entity. They are not the original creditors of debt. And third parties must make sure that they have validated the debt, and the credit agencies through validation must make through validation and then making the credit agency verify. Then more than likely, yes, they can be removed. Now, if the account says paid in full, then so now you just have to dispute that collection agency that's reporting it. So that's the negative part that's just reporting. All right. If you understand the credit game, you'll never. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Zeus. Yeah, I'm Mississippi British. Thank you all so much. You're welcome, Living Below. You're welcome, hon. Thank you. If you understand the credit game, you don't have to worry about cash flow. All right, you all. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Gave you a whole lot about credit, why I love credit cards, why student loan debt is evil. If you came at the end of this, you want to watch the beginning. I showed a great video, I think, of a man challenging my mentor, millionaire mentor, that anybody can fix their own credit, right? And so watch the beginning. And I gave you all some great kings and queens talking about the power of a home-based business. Let me tell you, if you are one of the people that your hours have been cut or your pay has been reduced, people, this home-based business does something called W-4 wealth. And you can find, because your paycheck is taxed at 6.2%, which means, right, that you are losing anywhere from $200 to $600 per pay period. So the advice of the old adage of get a second job, work 2 jobs, that's not working. We have 50 million Americans right now jobless, and it's approximately 6 weeks the $600 stimulus is going to end. Right. So when is my next live stream? I don't know. Martin, I do this impromptu. You all make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also hit that bell notification next to the subscribe button so that when I go live, you will get a notification, via email. But I'm so glad you all enjoyed this class, this session. You all have a great evening. You all are so welcome. I enjoy this community as well. I really enjoy YouTube, right? I don't do taxes, the truth, but I am in connection with some great tax expert. If you need that assistance, go to my website, www.fix. Let me see, I typed it in earlier, and I might as well just type it in, fixmycreditandcash.com, and then send me a message if there's something you need, and I definitely can refer you to someone. My credit. And just know that once you partnership with me in the home-based business as well, that they will also look at your past 2 years tax returns and see if there's any money that maybe you missed or you didn't get the good tax expert that you needed. You can file, back up to 3 years, right? Amendments up to 3 years on taxes, maybe some money owed. 6-figure income earner, join the home-based business, never received any refund back from federal taxes. I always paid, just wanted to break even. And because he had the home-based business tax deduction, had $140,000 income and received first time in his life, 37 years old, a $3,000 tax refund and more money out of his paycheck because of the home-based business and the deduction. So people, cash flow is not about just making more money, which the home-based business will position you to do that as well. But it's about getting more of the money back that you're spending now and getting more money out of your paycheck. Cash flow for me is trifold. All right, let me go get my black beamer. You all enjoyed you. Have a great day. Queen of Credit out. Here's to your peace and prosperity, your credit and your cash flow, and your health and your wealth. And if you came in at the end, make sure that you also watch the beginning about fixing your own credit. All right, Martin says in closing, I'm going to look into the balance transfer check. You're welcome. I enjoyed you all too.